How good can the Crimson Tide be again in 21?
Well, considering their history and their track record, I think it would be foolish not to pick them to win the SEC again. But that being said, I look at what Texas A&M has, what Georgia has. Should they win the East and Alabama win the West? And those are two teams that could give Alabama a serious challenge this year. And remember, Alabama has a new offensive coordinator as well because Steve Sarkisian went to Texas, so they've got Bill O'Brien there. They've got a lot of questions, but they always reload. But here's the thing, guys. Texas A&M is in a spot where it can reload now, too, because Jimbo Fisher has recruited so well. So he's pretty confident. He came out, he said he's going to beat Nick Saban. Saban said, what, in golf? And hey, the trash talking is beginning, and let's go, college football.
Heather, I always like to think of Alabama football program as like a can or a pack of M&Ms. The ones on the top, they leave, but when you get to the bottom, they still the same. It doesn't change. And I think that's where Alabama is. Those guys that are leaving, that's fine, but they got a whole slew of other guys just waiting their turn. And I know Jimbo Fisher, you mentioned, feels like this is the time to get Alabama, but he's 0-4 lifetime against Nick Saban. Nick Saban does not lose to his assistants. How can they close the gap, though?
Well, I think, like I said, it's with that depth. It's with recruiting, right? Because that's what Alabama does. So if you're going to match them, you have to do what they do, and you have to bring in that elite talent. And when you're looking at what Jimbo Fisher has on his roster right now, he has a quarterback battle going on because Kellen Mond is gone, obviously. He's not worried about that. He has to replace 4 offensive linemen, but the one that he does have coming back is probably a first-round draft pick. Kenyon Green, he's going to move over, I think, to left tackle. So there you have that. And if they can get those offensive linemen together quickly, I would expect that they lean on their running game. Isaiah Spiller's coming back. There's a lot of talent. And so that's how you beat Alabama. When you graduate and let go of NFL talent, you replace it with more. And I think he's starting to get to that spot where that's what they're doing. Because I know Jimbo Fisher. I've covered him for a long time since he was, hired as head coach at Florida State when Bobby Bowden retired. And Jimbo Fisher would not have said last week that he thinks he's going to beat Alabama if he didn't think he's going to beat Alabama this year.
Who's the biggest threat nationally to Alabama outside of USC? Just kidding.
Hey, look out for the Pac-12. Maybe they might make some noise this year. I would say that besides your typical teams, Clemson, Ohio State, those guys, you've got to take Oklahoma seriously this year. And we always talk about Oklahoma as a contender because of their offense. But defensively, I think that's what gives them a chance to take it to the next level. They're no stranger to the playoff. They keep getting there. They just don't win it. And I think if they can put together that complete team, and I've had a chance to talk to their defensive coordinator, Alex Grinch, this offseason, and the dude is the real deal. He's got them buying in, and they have become a much better team defensively. And if they can be the total package, they can beat those elite teams and take it to the next step. But they got to get out of their own league first, and Iowa State's going to be very, very good.
Okay, Heather, obviously we got NFL, we got the schedule that came out today, we got NBA playoffs. Tell me what I need to know about some of the hottest quarterbacks in college football next year. Obviously, Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, Notre Dame, championship game, like all their quarterbacks have less. Who are the quarterbacks I need to pay attention to?
We don't know their names yet. That's the honest to goodness truth. I don't know. I don't know their names yet because the top 5 teams in the country from last year are all replacing their quarterbacks. The coaches don't know. We pay attention to all of these spring games and it's like, well, I don't know. The coaches obviously aren't ready to name a starter. So in all honesty, that's a question I think that we're going to have to circle back to this summer. Gosh, there are so many, even at, from Texas and Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, Texas A&M, you name it. They're all new guys. Guys, I need some hello, my name is tags to answer that question.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.